Everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're in the office today, not in the workshop, because I want to do a quick little tutorial using the 3D printers. I've done a tutorial using Tinkercad to design these kind of laser exhaust modules, and that works out great if you want to do it that way, but I've found maybe an even easier way using a parametric tool within MakerLabs. So we're going to step through that really quickly, get one printed out for another laser I'm going to be testing, and hopefully it's something that can help you down the road if you have access to a 3D printer and you need to make an adapter for your exhaust from your laser to whatever system you've got. This is a real slick way to do it. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. I'm going to jump right into it. All right, so the software we're using is actually web-based, part of MakerWorld, which is part of Bambu Lab, but you can either import it directly into the Bambu slicer, or you should be able to download an STL. So even if you don't have a Bambu printer and want to use this tool, you should be able to do that and import it into your own slicer. But we're going to be using the Bambu slicer and everything for this. Just know that you should be able to use this as well for your other brand 3D printer. So the first thing we are going to need to do is get some measurements. We need to measure the outlet of the laser. So you're going to want to probably grab the outer diameter of that. This is where a caliper is going to help out, and get a digital caliper. If you don't have one, I got a link down below. This is a really handy tool if you're doing laser cutting and other things to help you get these measurements. But take a careful measurement of the diameter of that and go ahead and write that down. And then you also want to get the inner diameter of the hose you're trying to adapt it to, or the pipe you're trying to adapt it to. Now, I am using the 4-inch flexible hose on here, so it's roughly about 100 millimeters for that hose. And as you see here on the SculptFun laser, we've got about 72.5 millimeters to work with on the outlet from the laser. So that is the adapter I want to make, and so we can get that working. So let's go ahead and jump over into the web page for MakerWorld, and I'll show you how to get to this tool to use it yourself. All right, so we're here on the MakerWorld homepage, and if you just go to makerworld.com, you'll be able to find this. Probably going to need to make an account on here to be able to do some of the things on here. Don't worry, it's free. You don't need to pay for it. There are some paid features on a few things, but for the most part, everything on here is free. It's a great resource if you're going to be doing some 3D printing. So you can, of course, browse this site for pre-made files, and you can download those. But if you look over here on the left, they do have this MakerLab option. And if you click that, it will bring us to some new tools. And these are things that you can input some parameters, input some photos and different things, different measurements, and it will create various things based on your dimensions. And there's some really fun, cool things in here. So I encourage you to go out there and take a look at it. We'll probably do some more videos on some of these tools later, because you don't need to be a 3D modeling expert to do some customization and print some out useful things with your 3D printer. So what the one you're looking for is going to be down here. You're wanting to look into the parametric models section. And if you click into the parametric model maker, it will give you some up here that you're looking for. The one we're looking for, I actually have down here, is called the parametric pipe adapter. So if you just come up to the search bar and search for pipe adapter, it should also bring this up. Now, they do have a few different ones. The one I have liked using is this one right here by Fun or Nothing. So let's go ahead and click into that. So we've loaded up the parametric model maker. I've made this full screen so it's as easy to see, but you'll see over here we have kind of the build plate with the stock parameters, and here's what we are trying to model or adjust. You see we've got a larger pipe into a smaller pipe, and then we have basically three parts: part A, transition piece or reduction piece, and part B. And you'll see those parameters listed over here. We've got pipe A, inner and outer. We've got the length, pipe B, inner and outer length, and then the reduction length. So very simple. We just got to take the numbers that we grabbed when we did our measurements. So we're going to go with part A being the part that's going to connect into the laser. Now, the part we measured, the pipe's going to slide over, so we need to use that as the inner diameter. And we took a measurement of 72.5 millimeters. And then I like to make the walls basically 3 millimeters thick. So we're going to jump this up to 75.5. And for length, you may want to also measure that to make sure you don't make it too big, but you also don't want it too small. I'm a half to an inch is pretty good. So we've got roughly 3/4 of an inch here with 20 millimeters. So I'm okay leaving it that. All right, now we need to jump down to pipe B. This is going to be the bigger one that slides inside the other one. So we need to make sure our outer diameter is our measurement, which would have been 100. And then part B is just 3 millimeters less for the inner diameter. And length, again, 20. I mean, I might make this just a little bit longer just to make sure that we can slide enough of that on there and clamp it down. Then it's important to look at your reduction length. If you have it too sharp, that air is going to hit it, and it can cause some disruptions, some disruptive air. It's not going to flow as nice. So I don't like it to be too drastic. So we might want to stretch this out a bit. I'm going to go basically about an inch just to make it not so sharp of an angle, allow it to flow a little bit better. All right, so once we have all those in there, we should be able to hit generate, and that is going to adjust our model over here. You see it's gotten a bit bigger, but here we have basically our funnel shape. We've got the inside part, or the smaller part, that's going to go on the outside of the laser, and this is going to slide into our hose to make that nice transition. And so we should be able to go ahead and at this point download it. So you go up in the upper right hand corner here. You can select your printer. I'm going to be using my P1S. And here we can either download the STL or the 3MF. And this is where you could transport it into another slicer if you needed to. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the STL. We will save that. And now we can jump over into our slicer once that is done, and make sure everything looks good in there. All right, I've loaded up the slicer, and so all we need to do now is we can go ahead and import our file, and here it is. Now I'm probably going to rotate this around, have the bigger end on bottom just to give it better support. Do that. I mean, just double check that everything looks great. You can adjust your settings. I'm just going to be using the basic PLA on this one. Use your filament of choice, and then set up your settings of choice. And when you're happy with it, you can go ahead and hit slice. This says it's going to take about 40 minutes to finish. I don't see any gaps or issues with that. So we should be able to go ahead and print this out, and we'll check it out when we're done. All right, this printed out nicely, and about the only thing I could have maybe done is adjust have the seams randomized, but looks really good. Took less than an hour to print, so we're all good there. Now it's just seeing if it will fit. So that's a nice snug fit on there. The only issue I see is that it is right down to the bench top here, but I think we'll still be able to get the hose on. So let's take a closer look. All right, so there we have it. A very easy adapter for the exhaust using that parametric modeling, and fit perfectly. Just use a caliper to get an exact measurement on there. Just keep track of whether it's an inside or outside diameter. Plug your numbers into that software, spit out the STL, print it up. You'll be connected nice and tight, nice and cleanly in no time, and costs almost nothing in filament to print these out. So hopefully that was some good information for you. Hopefully you can try it out, and it'll help you out. And like I said, you don't need to be a 3D modeling expert to do that. You just need to measure twice, plug in the numbers, print it once, and you'll be good to go. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave those down below. I'll get back to you as quick as I can. I'm going to be exploring more of the things in MakerLab there to see what else we can play around with, and maybe inspire you to do some other things with your 3D printers. So if you're new here, I hope I earned your subscription.
hit that like button on the way out, and we will catch you in a future video. But I hope in the meantime, you get out in your workshop, make something too. We'll catch you next time.